Oh yeah, a bit of fog wrestling. Fog football. Euro 2024 action here. Oh hell yeah. Talking about football as well. Well, I mean, it is football, but here I've got the Euros on. I've got the Germany-Spain game on. So here for a wee chat on Fog football, a wee update regarding the football and all that good stuff here. So yeah, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit all the buttons, guys. It's Fog football, baby, and we're here to talk about all things in Scottish football. Germany, of course, pumped us at the Euros, but could they be on the verge of getting pumped? We're 24 minutes in to that match between Germany and Spain, and to be honest, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to this weekend of fixtures in the Euros. We've also got the small matter of Celtic returning tonight against Ayr. Fog football. We'll talk about it later, probably. Can't guarantee it, but I think we'll be there. No, I'll say be there. We'll talk about it. You can stay tuned on the channel. But obviously, we're here for one thing only, and that's a bit of transfer talk. If you want to hear me talk about the Euros, is Tony Kroos is about to whip the ball in. Could be his last game. Weird scenario where you're playing knockout football, and you're going to retire as soon as you lose. Because, you know, they could. I mean, Spain are the informed team for me, so therefore they could lose. As we hit one like. Brilliant. We're only like a minute in here. Everybody, but how's everyone doing? Good. Everybody doing good. Is there any other transfers being announced here? Let me just quickly scroll through Twitter. Nah, there's not a lot happening. There's not a lot happening. There's not a lot happening. But Hamza Igamane, of course, has joined Rangers Football Club. There's been no real reveal about the time, the length of it. So we'll have to wait and see how long the contract is. But it's one of those ones I touched upon earlier. I look at it and I just think we're wasting millions on a guy that's not really proven. But the fact that they're spending millions on him tells me that they must. Hashtag SNP pumped is trending on Twitter. Suspend it. Rudiger is out. Rudiger is out for the semi-final after picking up that yellow card. Good night. No idea who you've just signed, Stevie, but at least you are. Yeah, Celtic. We've put Celtic struggle in the title of this video. I mean, where are the Celtic sirens? They are nowhere to be seen. They're just no longer. Oh, I tell you what. You know, Joe Hart. Oh, got a ball whipped in. Who's the Spanish goalkeeper? I don't know. He's a wee bit dodgy there. But yeah, I mean, Celtic. How have they not? How have Celtic right? No identified the goalkeeper yet. Oh, is Yamal? No, it's Inaki Williams from Yamal. Chips it to the back post. No one. It's called Peter Loyal, Stevie. Yeah. Oh, that was a bad tackle. Who was that from? It was on Danny Carvajal. I'd give him my fantasy team. Yes. Yvonne Mvogo. Yvonne Mvogo, 30-year-old, set to depart Lorient, Switzerland international. So Celtic are apparently interested for him. Celtic will make signs towards the end of the Euros finishing. Well, we're getting near that territory. You know, 9 more days, a week, just over a week to go in the Euros. It's flying. I don't know what to see. I prefer. I think the best for the Euros is the start, like the first 2 match days. I think once it gets to this point, I know this is crunch time, and you know there is big games. I get that, but I don't know. I see when it's on every day. 2, 5, and 8. That's the Euros. It's whipped in, and it's. I need Danny Olmo. Oh, that looks like a bad injury. No, it looks all right actually. I need what's his name, Fabian Ruiz, to get a few wee goals. few wee goals, but I'll put a wee poll up. Good Rangers signing, is it? 7 viewers. Celtic against Ayr tonight. What's a predict? I'll put a prediction up for that in a wee minute. I mean, how long am I going to be live here? I'd say I'll probably go live to about 6. 6 o'clock, everybody. 6 o'clock is how long. It's how we're going to go live. As the boss just flung it. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Once the knockouts start, it gets cages. Teams would rather not lose than go for the win. Yeah, I think that's a valid point. There's about 16 minutes to go in this first. Oh, what Rangers tweet? But Clement. I am delighted to welcome Hamza to Rangers and believe he will be a great asset to our squad. He's a lot of talent and potential. He will bring a fresh presence to our attacking options. We know it will be a big change in culture, new country for Hamza to adapt to, but as a club, we will support him on and off the pitch to settle in here. Big words. Big words. Gee, they're still announcing MPs from yesterday. It's fucking 5:30, people. Reel it in. Reel it in a bit. Reel it in, everybody. Reel it in. Did he bring any steel with him? We might need him to. But he hasn't. At least it doesn't look like he has. As Rudiger's just putting her in the back, suspended for the next game. Obviously, right, so I'm going to check the daily record here. See what's happening at 5:30. Let's see. Celtic watch share price skyrocket to 23-year high as buzzing fans all say the same thing. As buzzing fans say all the same thing, I wonder what that is. Probably the fact that they haven't spent any of it would probably be it. Rangers. Yeah, Charlie Telfer. I may as well talk about that. So the elderly man is he's joined Ross County. Football manager, career legend is that guy for me. Absolutely. How are they still announcing these MPs, by the way? What is going on there? What is going on there, brother? Testify. Some of the finest quality Moroccan steel would be good, but we're not getting that. Good Rangers signing. I mean, it's pretty much split in the middle about whether or not it's a good signing. The Spain go on the attack. Bit of skill there. Cut in. Number 8. Boom. Rudiger. Rudiger's a mad bastard. He just lost it there about a yard out. So, right, daily record. So, I mean, in terms of the Sky Sports TV coverage, which has been, where's these fixtures? I talked about it earlier on my channel, but I feel like it's more over here. Fuck, there's not many people. Not many. Where is it? I mean, essentially what it is Celtic away to St Mirren. That was almost a decent ball through to Danny Olmo. Almost. Celtic have released a new training range. Sunday, September 1st, 12:30. Yes, that's another game that was announced for Sky, but we all knew that was going to. I mean, how weird would it be if they didn't put it on Sky? He's got a good bargain for a young, talented lad. Is it though? I'm not convinced. as the Germans almost made it 1-0. Who's in nets for Spain? I'm looking at him, but I don't recognise him. He's about 10 yards offside. It's number 6, Kimmich. I think it is. As 67% of the vote are saying it's a good Rangers, but it's 2 million. People may not realise that, but I mean 2 million, which is I think is a bit of a bizarre deal, to be honest. I think there's 2 million that can go. But serial dessers, everybody. Simon. Yes, Simon. I know who it is now. Simon Subizerta. Ball launched up to Kai Havertz. Havertz is a bit pish, isn't he? Unai Simon. I mean, chests it down and the finish is off. I mean, the average person on the street would have had a better shot than that. Obviously, the chest down, probably not, but I mean, that finish is awful, isn't it? Straight into the hands of the goalie, everybody. But yeah, I think the game tomorrow is what we're all intrigued for. England against Switzerland. Who wants a watch along for that game? I might do a first half watch along or something. As the ball's getting Spain. That was never a penalty. Never a penalty. For a young dude, the kid plays like he's 90 kilograms strong for a forward. Couple it with skill ability. Well, see, I've never watched the guy play, and someone touched on it the other day. It's like, the wee skill compilations that you see can, what a save for Neuer. I think they can make anyone look good. I mean, I could go to a local park, whip out a GoPro or a camera or your phone, and I could edit myself doing a couple of bits of skill. Not that I'm saying I'm as good as this guy. Obviously not. I'm pish. This kid's worth 2 million. I'm not worth 2 bob when it comes to the football business. But the skill montages, they don't automatically mean everything. They don't mean everything, brother. Right. What else is going on here? There's a serious Motherwell's trending, which that's probably to do with the election, to be honest, rather than if you weren't excited for the game tomorrow, this will get you up for it. Shane Blaney, what's going on there? I see there's just a lot of, so what is going on there what's going on there? You think the Nigels will beat the Swiss? I don't think they will. I think Switzerland will win. I mean, I'd say it's about 60-40 in Switzerland's favour. England are playing shite. Switzerland are playing some of the best football they've played that I've seen. I mean, they didn't have to be particularly good to beat Italy, but they beat Italy without even having to break, even play good at the end of the day. So, right. So let's see here. Transfer news. Oh, there's fucking hee-haw happening, man. Where's the news, everybody? There's no news. There's no news whatsoever. I mean, I talked about the but see, all right, a lot of talk of him doing that, but will he do it? Oh, right, so you support him? Well, you support his team. Well, that's good to know. That's good to know. We've signed a bargain. They'll be playing in the CAF Champions League, and but maybe they just need the money though, because I mean, what the rumor is, 2 million, something along those lines. So I mean, there's like 7 minutes left of this first half. We already made a video earlier, of course, about Scott McTominay and Rocco Fata. So let's hear about Hibs. There's a bit of news about Hibs. So Hibs have apparently joined the race for Ipswich Town defender Corey Ndaba, who spent last season on loan to Kilmarnock. Danny Olmo goes for a long shot. Morata, what are you doing, son? Morata's mince, isn't he? Just seems to always start for Spain because they've got no one else. They're going to like Splittle is better than the Scottish bias of the old firm. You like Splittle then? You like Splittle? Nero. How's the holiday, Nero? Winger Martin Boyle says he will only leave Hibernian when the club decide they no longer want him, and says he never wants to give fans the impression that he was trying to jump ship for a new life in Australia. Do the fans know what I want? Martin Beale. Martin Beale. God, it's no Martin Beale. I'm sick of hearing the name Beale. Spittle. No, I do rate Blair Splittle. Some talk of Kenny Miller going to be Ronnie Daly as number 2 in Saudi. Come on. I don't want that to happen. I miss Kenny Miller saying that John Lundstrom's tackles never are read. We need that. We need people like that in the studio. So you need. It's exactly what you need. 17 people watching, everybody. Hit that like button. So Dan Phillips has joined Stevenage from St Johnstone in a 5-figure payment. Martindale is too good for Livy. Brilliant if we get some off the media. Yeah, but Kenny Miller, man. I think the more people. Well, there's some pundits I actually. See Simon Donnelly, Celtic man, like boring as watching paint dry, man. I'd rather watch paint dry. Then you tune into Super Scoreboard and it's him. Not doing much. Transfers. A lot of transfers today, but none really to do with Scottish football. Nope, pretty much all English. I mean, Raya makes his Orient signed winger Jay Sammy from Charlton, who made an appearance. It's 17 appearances for St Johnstone. Come on, Keith. Reel in about the moustache, son. The moustache is getting shaved off. Get your ink ribbons out. Naismith would be a good pundit. Oh, what a ball. Nah, pish. No, I've got that every day of the week. Nah, Naismith's boring. I mean, maybe do a better. No, I was going to say better job as a pundit than a manager. I think Stephen Naismith has done a relatively decent job since taking over at Hearts. But this Spain-Germany game, I put it on about 10 minutes in and then it opened up. But ever since I've started this live stream, I don't know. I think it's went to absolute shite. To say the least. I think it's went to shite. Da-na-na-na-na. KG Pish in this game, as I said, you're right. Rudiger just sitting on the ball at the back, doing nada with it. That reminds me, I have got my free spins to play on Bet365, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and do that as the ball goes back to Rodgers or Naismith for what, punditry or manager? I mean, as much as I would love to say that Stephen Naismith is better than Brendan, well, I mean, I say love to say, I don't really like Stephen Naismith all that much anymore, but yeah, I mean, Stephen Naismith's done hee-haw as a manager. In the grand scheme of things, whipped into the back post, nothing happening. Naismith's been touted as a future Gers manager. But by who, though? Who's coming out and touting that? I've got free refuels today and Unleash a Mercenary. Here we go. That's mince. Fucking 1 out of 3. Naismith told the truth. No, there's other reasons why I don't like Stephen Naismith. I think he's just a boring bastard, to say the least. But Spain aren't doing much. All right, Julian Dix. You're on every channel these days. Be professional. I was very professional. There was money to be won. And I won hee-haw. Naismith has only 1 year as manager. Give him time. He'll have a cup soon. I think Hearts need a cup soon. I think Rangers need a cup as well. Handball. Fabio Ruiz, he's been really good in this tournament. I mean, Spain in general have been really good. That was pish though. You can't lose at edge. You can't lose it and you're 12 yards out. Musiala, but he managed to get it out. That's been pretty poor to concede that. For the Zombies, Julian Dix, reel it in. Reel it in. Naismith is the next Moyes, in your opinion. Could he be? The next Davy Moyes. And again, it's saved. Here we go. What's your prediction for Hibs? I'd say bottom 6 again. I'd say so. You know, Davy Gray. What can he do with them? Not too sure. You know, they haven't made any signings of note that's made me go, oh, he's good. You won the cup last year. Okay, not playing Celtic. Yeah, you got to win what's in front of you, though, at the end of the day. But, you know, the cups are only good if you get a league to go with it. That's what I'm going to believe. Especially true if it's the League Cup, and that's exactly what it was. A few minutes added on. You won a cup, the League Cup. Now, if you win on your spins, go buy yourselves a new egg cup. New egg cup, wee boiled egg. I don't mind. I would love a wee boiled egg. Carvajal. We're trying that wee Jack Wilshere, Olivier Giroud moment there for Spain, but it just wasn't happening. Now Rodri, that gurney-faced prick, greeting. I know, Nero, you're saying cups are good for any team, right? But, you know, no one from Rangers has taken any consolation in the fact they won the League Cup. And if Celtic, you know, lost the league but won the Scottish Cup, they would be saying the exact same thing. For everyone else, absolutely. For Rangers and Celtic, no. Of course, I mean, any other team would. You know, St Johnstone doing the double is so underrated. It's not talked about enough. It really isn't. And get a decent loaf and make some soldiers. Yes, soldiers. Soldiers and a runny boiled egg, but not too runny. League is the main thing. Yes, I think we can all agree that the league is the main thing. As the Anthony Taylor blows the whistle, right, I'm going to go to half an hour here, so we've got 6.5 more minutes, everybody. All right, 6.5 more minutes. Yeah, but not a good game of football. SPFL Media Watch saying this is eye-bleedingly bad. A Europa Trophy like the Conference League or the SPL title. Ooh. That's actually a very good question, you know, because a European trophy is going to be remembered, even if it is the Conference League, right? But if you're asking me like right now, would I rather Rangers win the league or the Conference League next season? You know, we need to stop. We need to start winning the league again. You know, Celtic would match us next season if they won the league. I'm not, a European trophy would be massive and it would equal a great run. I mean, I would slightly lean towards the Conference League, but, you know, let's not pretend that the Conference League ain't a step behind the other two. it's gigantic step behind the Champions League, and it's a big size step behind the Europa League. But yeah, I'd love a run in both. But realistically, for Rangers or Celtic, yeah, I was about to say that. Smell the glove. Pretty much that's what happens. Due to the coefficient actually being decent, it's pretty much impossible for Rangers or Celtic to drop into it. I believe Rangers can't even drop into the Conference League anymore, because the Europa League, I'm pretty sure there is no more. The Champions League, it's Champions League or bust. There's no dropping into the Europa League, and then from Europa League, there's no dropping into the Conference League. So none of that is anymore. The only teams that can compete in the Conference League are St Mirren, Kilmarnock, and Hearts. So we would actually have to do shockingly bad in the league or the coefficient in order to get in it. So, realistically, I don't think I'm not going to say ever, but I think it will be a good few years before you see Rangers or Celtic in the Conference League. No, Rangers are guaranteed Europa League, but they're not guaranteed 5 Europa Leagues or the one Champions League. I mean, obviously the 5 Europa League gives you continued success, but Champions League's Champions League, and it is what it is. And if Rangers won the one Champions League, that same level with Celtic, they're doing it. They would have done it in a much harder era. It would still be one each though. You win the 5 Europa Leagues, it would be good. It'd be fucking fantastic. But compared to the one Champions League, it would rank beneath it. It's like Sofia, right? They've won a lot of Europa Leagues, and I think they'd trade them all in. No, I know they would trade them all in. Do you think Rangers win another league title this decade? Yes. I don't. I mean, how confident? I mean, I'm relatively confident, right? Because to have continued success with Rangers and Celtic, it's going to have to. They're going to have to win it. All right, that's all I'm going to say. The cup with the big ears. Join the Premier League and be bought, or Qatar, or be fan owned and be in the state Hearts is in. Right, I wouldn't join the Premier League. I think it would. I think the scenario's cool. I think Rangers and Celtic joining the Premier League would be interesting, but I don't want it to happen. As for being bought by Qatar, I wouldn't want Rangers to sell it. Even though it would mean a lot better transfers, etc., etc. I would pick fan owned, even though there's no, I think that is the way to go. I don't like the fact that these clubs sell it for blood money. The best Rangers team since 2008 got 0 points. The last time they were in the Champions League. If you win the league, Stevie, it's because Celtic have fucked up, not you getting better. Well, I mean, yeah, you could say that right now, right? But what you've got to look at is the actual season in context. Rangers won 55 because they were brilliant. Yeah, Celtic collapsed in it, but let's not pretend it was, it was a mixture of the two, but Rangers were fantastic. Rangers could be fantastic next season, and it have nothing to do with the other way about. Right, let's get a bit of transfer news here. Da, 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 da. Right, let's get a bit of transfer news. Dun, 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 dun. Right. Celtic and Rangers. Oh, there's no transfer news, by the way. Celtic and Rangers joining the Premier League would be pointless since the whole appeal of the old firm is that who wins the games normally decides who wins the title. Nah, the game would still be massive. Could you imagine the old firm with like the Premier League graphics and the Premier League like punditry and just the like on Sky Sports or like TNT? How much like it would be done and over fucking like not overhyped, but then it would be weird. See the fact you would have Gary Neville on because it would be Premier League, and it would be so fucking obvious. It would be so fucking obvious that what's the biggest derby when you compare it to they all think, oh, it's Liverpool, Man United. It's not even a fucking derby, man. You being a blue nose and still young, do you know what the phrase means? Smell the glove. Is it not something to do with Celtic stopping 9 in a row? I'm not going to pretend I know everything, Trips, but I believe it's something to do with that and they wore shirts or something. It's why Hearts tickets are so affordable. Well, that's good though. Cheap tickets. Last question. Go back to the Lowland League or be in the state Hibs are in. It was mercenaries, whatever you call it. Fuck, what was that all loud noise of it? It would probably go back to the low leagues, right? You know why? Because Rangers have came back through the low leagues to become, all right, second best right now. Hopefully, get better. But if you're in the States, Hibs are in right now. There's no future in that. I think Hibs are just going to be where they are for the rest of the time. I mean, look at the past 40 years, 30 years for most of these teams. It's not got much better. I mean, at least Hearts have finished second. Yeah, and a few other years Aberdeen have finished. What Hibs doing? Hibs are doing nothing. Their best years came under Lennon, finishing fourth. Yeah, it would be a mid-table feud. Yeah, but with the money, the old firm, man, the money, the appeal of playing for Rangers and Celtic with the money behind them, they would quickly, people would, if Rangers and Celtic joined the Premier League, they would be took over by big billionaires, the same way that Chelsea and Newcastle have been. I am convinced of it, right? Because they've got the history and they've got the fan base that smokes the rest of them. I am convinced that within a couple of years, Rangers and Celtic would be challenging for the league title. Easy. If they went straight into the Premier League. They would be. Obviously, it depends on who you get as manager and players you bring in, but, I think they would be. Yeah, I think easy. Now, obviously, if they join it right now and the money stays the same, they wouldn't, but it doesn't work that way. Let's see. Hibs getting money off that Bournemouth guy, but will they spend it right? Most players don't want to play for Newcastle, regardless how much money they have. Would a Brazilian rather live in Madrid or Glasgow? Lol. Here, I totally get that logic, but money does talk at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Great players once lived in Glasgow. Not really many of them floating about anymore, like your world class players, but it's happened before. There's no reason why it can't happen again. But no, I totally get that point. But look at London. London's a shithole. London is a fucking absolute shithole. So's Liverpool. You know what I mean? So, obviously, there's nice parts in every city. But, right, guys, I think that's where we're going to end this stream. Well, we'll end it in 3 minutes, actually, because that's when it's 6 o'clock. Right. Is there any fucking news? No, I don't think there is. I don't think there is. There's like fucking zero news. There's no news. I hate this tenants advert. I mean, who the fuck is watching women's rugby in a Scottish pub? Yeah. I mean, who's watching women's rugby anyway? But see, it's just the woke agenda, man. Pretending that it's on equal playing field and that everyone cares about it equally. We don't. I agree, Julian Dix. The whole world needs to, man. The whole world needs to. It's pathetic. It's embarrassing seeing what the world's becoming. But that is where we're going to end it in about a minute's time. So get your final comments in. Woke shite. I agree. It's embarrassing, the state of the world. Fucking is. Pathetic. You know. So fucking shite. Tennis ball into the river there. There's the dog. The golden retriever picking up the ball. Range Rover. Anyway, final questions. I'll answer them. Get your final questions in. Hit the like button. All that good stuff. Hey. Well, who's excited for Air Celtic tonight? Friendly? Celtic TV? Hollywood swing it. I don't know. Down. Right, it's coming up to 6 o'clock. It's coming up to 6 o'clock. New Balance. Saka. How many points will... How many points will what? Rangers get? I don't know. You live in there, but you don't do bounce games. So is it open to the public then? I thought it might have been a behind closed door scenario. Celtic will win the league. Fair enough, Keith. Fair enough. Right, guys, that's where we're going to end this stream. So, yeah, I think we might do a Celtic Air review later. Depends what happens. 9,000 tickets sold. Very good. Well, that gives me more reason to watch it. Any talking points. It'll be interesting to see what the starting 11 is and all that good stuff. And Scott Brown, of course, managing against his former club. But anyway, guys, till next time. Peace.